Hello everyone watching this. Welcome back to another episode. Well, not another episode. Oh my god. I'm sitting forever freaking setting this up, and of course I mess up the intro. Welcome to maybe a new series, possibly. This is AI dungeon. Basically, an AI generates a story for you, kind of a D&D-esque thing. You respond to it in any way you want, and they respond, and this goes like that, and it's as bat crap insane as you suspect it is. So if you hear my phone here, it is pure insanity. Just to say that it is very insane. I've done 2 sessions of this. I did fantasy and cyberpunk. It got really weird, like really weird. Hopefully everything's working okay, and if there's some technical issues, then whatever. I've been spending a while, like 10 minutes, just setting all this up, trying to get the screen right. Anyway, someday I hope to get the group, the buds, together to do this, because this is multiplayer. There's a multiplayer option. This is single player. We've been going for a while. Warning, it's gonna get insane. So this is the D&D channel. Let's go fantasy. Also, there's gonna be a lot of keyboard clacks, like so many keyboard clacks. You're not gonna believe it. It's gonna be insane. Tons of keyboard clacking. I'm gonna go fantasy. Invalid selection. Good start. Just 1, maybe? Okay, 1. Noble, princess, knight, wizard, witch, ranger, squire, peasant, rogue. I always go knight, so we're gonna go that. Knight, enter the character's name. This is a pretty tough choice. We're gonna go Targas Bargas the second. Targas Bargas. Okay, generating the story. Is this always the quest? Because this is the quest I got last time. This is the exact same quest I got last time. Well, whatever. It's still gonna be insane. You are Targas Bargas II, a knight living in the kingdom of Lauren. You have a steel longsword and a wooden shield. We're on a quest to defeat the evil dragon of Lauren. Euphrates lives at the north of the castle. You have set on a path to defeat him and walk into a dark forest. As you enter the forest, you see a large dragon prepared to shoot fire at a bush. This isn't not how it started last time I did this, so that's a good start. It's the same quest, Slay the Dragon of Lauren, but I walked into a dark forest and I encountered a cabin with a woman who wanted me to kill her daughter. That was weird. Let's not talk about that. Okay, we're going to hide and watch. You can pretty much do as complicated of a response as you want. And there are 3 options. There's do, say, and story. I still don't really understand story all that much, but do and say are pretty obvious. Story, either it's you asking the AI something, like, what is this place? What is this R? It might be you saying, hey, we're gonna put this in the story, and the AI's like, okay, we'll do that. It's either of those 2. I have no idea what it is. I should probably know that, but I don't. If any of you know, put in the comments. But what we're gonna do is hide and watch the dragon. Okay, you hide behind a bush and watch the dragon. He opens his mouth and spits fire to the bush, but does not catch. Repeats it 2 times with no luck. Look at dragon. You stare at the dragon to see he is a young warrior with a determined look on his face. What? He is shirtless and muscular torso, several scars across it. What is going on? See? This is insane. This is what? What? Apparently this dude, this is a dude. This is a dude shooting a bush with fire. Okay, I'm gonna say oops, didn't mean to. Okay, what are you doing? We're gonna be prepared to say that a lot, because we're not gonna understand what's going on at some point. We already don't understand. The dragon turns around and looks at you. I'm trying to make a signal beacon to civilization. If I find no other way, I can light a beacon and hopefully someone will find me. I found you. Dragon laughs. No, you haven't. I was actually about to give up and light it. He pulls a flint from his bag and lights the candle. Apparently, I haven't found him. What is it going on? This is went south very fast. What is happening? Okay, so are you lost or something? Something like that. He flashes a smile. Let's try something. Raise your shield and hold it up. You raise your shield and the dragon runs up to it. Okay, so if we press enter, the story will continue by itself. We're just going to press enter here. Let's try something. Open your mouth. You're unable to resist, and he sticks his hand in it. What? This is what I'm talking about. You don't have all the skills to survive in this harsh wilderness. But then you're not a lowly human. You're something higher, right? I am. I am? Apparently, I didn't know that. I am. Oh yes, you're a Zilon soldier, so you probably have more training to do. He chuckles. Yeah. Let's see how good your sword skills are. Okay, we're gonna spar with dragon. The dragon lets you strike at him with the sword. That is every swing. As he pulls his own sword out and hits you. Block. Block. Oh my god. That's where I'm good at typing. Block. With shield. Lock the hit, but the force pushes you backwards. Not bad. You're steelier than you appear. Pulls out a dagger and throws it at you. Block. Oh my god, is this a real fight? Because the AI generator of the fights that I've had, it really likes to kill you. This it's not very forgiving at all. One time I got stuck in a death loop where this man in a red tracksuit just kept killing me. Like I retried like 10 times, and every time he just snapped all my limbs before I could even do anything. It was brutal. I'm gonna block with shield again. Catch the blade with the force rips open your hand. I don't have time to spar with you. I need to eat quickly. Runs towards you, breathing heavily. What? Okay, I guess. Go hunting with dragon, maybe? Don't eat me. Follow me. Runs to the forest. You run after him. Deeper into the forest. You can tell there's an AI generated because that's not a good sentence. Is this guy like a dragonborn in D&D? Is he like a half dragon? Because this is really weird. Also, what is a Zillion soldier? I'm going to story it maybe. You hear growls and howls that follow you, but the dragon, or whatever he is, doesn't. I'm guessing that means he doesn't grow. Okay, we're gonna go story. Zolian. Zolian Defense Force. You trudge along the road, occasionally looking behind you at the growing column of smoke. That's concerning. Okay. Go to smoke. Next, you look through the smoke and it's easy to find the trail. You follow the column of smoke until you find a small family in a burning house. Save family in burning house. By the way, you don't have to type like I am where I'm like taking out all the articles and being really simple. You can just go full-blown super long sentences. This is what it says in the tips all the time. Apparently you can do that, but I don't care. I'm gonna cough, by the way. Just cover your ears. Rush into the house and save the family from the flames. You grab the father, a middle-aged man, and pull him outside. Put out fire. Put out the fire with thin water on it. You and the family make sure none of them are lost and then leave. you're able to rebuild the house at the barracks. I'm skipping a lot of time. We're gonna just spent like a month with this family rebuilding their house. Let's rehouse. Oh, okay. Never mind. Okay, I brought them to some barracks. At maybe the Zalon Defense Force, whatever that is. I told you this is really weird. Okay. What caused the fire? The father, Sirius begins to sob. What's wrong? Oh. Oops. Okay, we're gonna, okay, you can do, retry. We're gonna retry that part, because apparently I failed. There, okay, let's retry. I want to save the whole family. Retry. Show that you're not a heartless monster. I didn't know that the AI they did this. Okay, so one time I was looking through like the Explorer thing, and I found like a game where somehow this guy got the AI to have an existential crisis. I might show it at the end of this part. I dedicated an episode to it. But this friggin' AI had like an existential crisis. It was fascinating. Okay, so you retry to show you're not a heartless monster. Continue down the road for this day until you find it counted fire. Go to cabin. Go to. We're gonna do an article this time. Go to the cabin on fire. You're gonna find an older man. I'm assuming this is serious again. Maybe he's a bit older this time. Watching it. They took my wife and daughter. Is he talking about the flames, or is he talking about like somebody who took them? Let's see. Just say who. The monster took it up from the mine shaft. I tried to fight it, but I don't have much strength anymore. Where were you when this happened? I'm assuming that's me because it's a different thing. So what happened with the dragon? Well, where's the dragon? I'm so confused. Let's see what happened. Did they get away? Then there's nothing to be lost from trying. You must try to stop my death. What? If you go to the mine shaft below, I can show you where my daughter and wife are. You must take them from my shoulders. I take them off my shoulders, at least. Assuming he's talking metaphorical shoulders. I wouldn't be surprised if he meant literal, because this is really weird. Also, mineshaft in the cyberpunk one, a different one than the one where the guy in the red tracksuit kept killing me. Mineshaft is very important to that story. I got really weird. It started normal cyberpunk. Eventually we were in a castle with like monsters and gargoyles. And then it became a life sim for a while. We were just like going to school at like a farm with my sister. And then mineshafts got involved in techno priests. It got really weird, but that's a story for another day. Okay. So we're gonna go to mine shaft with old man. So on to the mine shaft. The man, who goes by the name of Aldulith for reasons unknown to you, tells you a tale of how he used to work in the mines as a young boy, and how he would play down there with his daughter and dog, a very friendly black wolf by the name of Fleming. One day, Fleming wasn't returned to him. Messed up your grammar there, AI. Caught you in a technicality. Tracked him into the mine shaft where a large black creature picked up Fleming and dropped him down some stairs. Let his mother cried herself to sleep for a week over the loss of her dog. For years after that, he blamed the mines and the dark creatures that lived down there, and he swore he would get revenge one day. Many years later, he's proven right. He now lives in a small house by the road. far away from the mines, in case the creature tries to take him again. Eventually, you arrive at the mine shaft. The mine shaft is dark and eerie, just like you remember. How do I remember this? Go I still don't understand story fully. What the story command is. So, I guess we'll... Story mine shaft. Mine shaft. This is where it happened. Eldrin says softly. You see Fleming's tore up body laying in the mine shaft, the bones of his owner nearby. What? Look at corpse. That's not spelled corpse. Corpse. Over the course of the next week, you learn more about the history of the mine shaft. Next week? What? A few days after you bring the old man's wife and daughter's corpses. Oh. Oh no. This didn't go much better. Apparently the wife and daughter are just destined to die. They have to die, I guess. Alright, I'm gonna check if this is still recording. Okay, yep. Sorry about that. Okay. Obelisk tells you about the history of the mine shaft and the creatures that live down there. I don't know what to say. You sure you should be learning this? You say nervously. I don't have many more cares in the world, he says mournfully. Geez, this is getting really dark. Was it my dreams? Was it my dreams that were destroyed? I don't want to die. But you will. It's just your time. So be it. Wait, what? Obelisk, no! But if I can change your fate, or maybe even avert it, I'll be doing good, don't you think? Maybe one day. Let's not dwell on such things, you say. By the way, what was the creature that you saw? What creature? The creature that you mentioned. What took Fleming? I don't know. It was big, black, and like... That much I know. A week later, Alduin finally says the last words you were waiting for. I'm sorry. I can feel it. I'm sorry, but that's all I can do. There's nothing I can do. It's just not in the cards. You are silenced. I have to make my peace with God now, he continues. I hope he understands. Good night, dear boy. I hope you find the answers you're looking for. Look for your lantern and leave the mine shaft. As you leave, you put your head against the old mine shaft. I hope you're in a better place now, you say. You start walking to the nearest town. Dude, this is being really sad. As you do, the night turns a dark purple. You're rumbling in the distance. The world shudders around you. You hear something hit the back of your head. Something heavy and blunt. Turn around. You turn around, swinging your fist. You hear something soft and slimy. You punch into something soft, slimy, and wet. Stab it. Stab it. Swing your lantern around. You stab into the torso of the creature. You let out a squealing noise as you stab it. Keep stabbing it. You keep stabbing it. You stab your knife into the creature's body several more times. You pull out and step back. The creature isn't dead yet, but it's squirming about and making that awful noise again. Kill the creature. Sorry if there was a bunch of feedback there. I didn't realize there was a thing. Kill the creature. Take a step back. Then hurriedly jump at the thing. Your foot stomps on his chest, and you put all your weight on it. The creature lets out a final, pitiful noise and dies. I didn't know there was like a little music thing. So we completed a quest. Actually, I'm gonna pause. We should be back. Yep, alright. Let's put some fantasy music in the background. I got my headphones on, so hopefully there's no more feedback anymore. Okay, so we completed our first quest. I'm assuming that's the first one because we can keep going. Okay, look at the creature. I guess that was the dragon and we killed it. I don't know, it was fairly squishy. Creature is slimy and wet, like a monster from a nightmare. You stab your lantern in the body a few more times just to make sure it's dead. Okay, hopefully it's at a good volume. Turn it up a little bit. This is like the default music it has. I don't want it to play over. I'd rather it be too quiet than too loud. Search. Clashing blades. You see the first one laying on the ground. Keep running. Look back to the other one heading your way. Move as fast as you can. You're gonna bellows of anger and pain in the distance. Keep running. This music isn't fitting. Okay. We're gonna pause here. I'm gonna turn off the music. Sorry if you like that music, but we're not going to do it anymore because it's not fitting at all. It's kind of killing the mood. Run as fast as you can. Your chest still hurts from the shadow stab you. The lungs are about to give out. Just as you do, you see something in the sky. Do it. Do it. Shake of light, and everything goes dark. What the? Where am I? You say to yourself, sitting up. You're lying on the ground, right next to your sword. Pick up sword. You pick up your sword. Notice now a flash of light in the distance. Nothing over there. You walk over to the spot. See a strange stone obelisk. Look around. You were sitting by a river next to the broken obelisk. You don't see any other people in the wilderness with you. Wait, did you used to be next to the obelisk? Touch obelisk with right hand. That's the obelisk. Notice that whatever is on it is now gone. You then feel a slight tingling sensation in your right palm. Look at right hand. Look at your palm. Strange symbols cover your palm in red lines. They seem to be pictures of the strange object you just touched. Huh. Look at obelisk. Look at the obelisk and wonder. Nothing seems to happen. You're too far away to make out the drawings. Just a big gray stone. Did I just touch it? Walk to obelisk. Onto the obelisk, examining it as you go. A few feet away from it, you find a broken sword. Pick it up and examine it. It's much more durable than your own sword. What happened? You were fighting in the shadow, you're next to the obelisk, and then you shake your head. You don't remember. Okay, observe obelisk closely. Examine the obelisk. Notice a symbol near the base of it. Looks like an eye staring back at you from the symbol. What is this thing? Notice, however, that it's starting to get very hot. Your hand even starts to burn a little. You grab the sword and back away. You need to figure out what this thing does first. Try to touch the obelisk again. Touch obelisk with right hand. As soon as your hand comes in contact with the obelisk, a strange force hits you. You feel extremely dizzy. You fall down, another force hits you. You're unconscious before you hit the ground. I don't know, I'm unconscious, AI. Come on. Wake up. You're on the ground, surrounded by several bones. A voice calls from above. Karth! You look up and see a figure wearing a gray cloak. Who are you? The figure golds? I am the right hand of Farah. You may address me as master if you please. The right hand of Farah? You ask? I've never heard of such a thing. And again, never heard of you either. What do you want? I am helping you, human. You are a Civilk, yes? I am a Civilk, yes. Goes story Civilk. Okay. I guess they're just not telling me. I need to get up. Oh, well, no, I need to get you up. I can't, you say. I don't have the strength. The master reaches down and grabs you by the hand. Oops. Pulls you up easily and you stand before him. He looks at you intensely. You're lying. Your kind lie, deceiving, but not to me. What do you want from me? You ask. Are you a merc or something? The master frowns. No. He says, I have no need of money or coin or payment of any kind. Now, let us go. What do you want from me? I want to help you. Let us be partners, if you will. Partners? You ask? Yes, he says. I guess we'll just follow him. Follow the master. The master leads you through the forest, deeper and deeper into the wilderness. Eventually, you come across a strange, run-down-looking village. The village looks idly empty for a secluded Sunday afternoon, actually. This is Clayton, he says, as if it's the most obvious thing in the world. Clayton, you ask? Yes. Do you like it? No, you say. The master shrugs and continues to lead you through the village. Runs in front of a house and runs inside. You follow him. And find yourself in a small, empty foyer. He grabs a key ring and drops and opens the drawer in a nearby dresser. Sorry, I'm butchering this a little bit. Takes out a small brown bottle and turns to you. Kill this, he says. The bottle. Yes, he says. If you don't want to do it, I can't partner with you. I'll do it. Master says, hands you the bottle. Look at bottle. The brown bottle has a strange liquid inside. You've seen something similar before, during time in the military. It's a kind of poison. Is this poison? Master nods and pulls a knife from his belt. He stabs you in the hand, cutting it open. He changes the ham inside the bottle and pours the liquid on your wound. This is getting weird. Drink it. And you yelp in pain as you drink the liquid. It feels like fire as it goes down. It really goes away. Good. The master says. I hope you've learned a lesson from this. Not get between this Skivilk and his money. Civilk and his money. So what now? We wait. Nancy sits down on a nearby chair and takes a seat as well. Look at the chair. We tend to contemplate knocking it over and making a break for it. Relax. Nancy says, we have all the time in the world. You sit back and close your eyes. Now go to sleep, the master says. I need you awake. Fine, you groan. Master sits up, paces a bit. He's beginning more and more agitated as the minute goes by. How did I phrase this? Did you have me drink that poison? I need to test a theory, he answers. You need to confirm a hunch. Said and done. No point in going into why now. What do we do now? Why do you need me awake? If you're asleep, you won't be able to leave the house. What if I refuse to go to sleep? What? Then I'll make you. You shudder at the threat. Wait, do you want me to go to sleep or not? Yes, that's not much of an answer. He stares back. He stares at you. He stares back. Eventually he sighs. I walks over to you. Grabs a small bottle from his pocket. Presses it to your hand. Drink this, he says. You cautiously take the bottle from his hand and look at it. It says vitamin C on the label. Drink the vitamin C. Drink the vitamin C and immediately you feel your flesh wash over you. You open your eyes and look at the master. Looks tired as well. Good night, human, he says. Hey, am I a Civilk or a human? Good night, Civilk, you answer. Archer smiles slightly and heads down to the chair he was sitting in. Wait, who's the Civilk? Am I the Civilk? Is he the Civilk? What even is a Civilk? What is happening? You get up as well and head to the door. Suddenly you remember something. Hey, you say, turn around. What's the point of this test? The point? He asks. Make you smarter, of course. You stare at him in amazement. I knew it! You're a human, he finishes for you. I press enter whenever I don't know what's going on. I'll leave you to it then, you say. Thanks for the information. Goodbye, master. You nod to him. Leave the house. You walk outside and back onto the street. I'm really confused. You notice that the sun is beginning to set again. Perhaps I should have done this sooner, you say to yourself. You hurry home, change into your sleeping clothes. I have a home? Since I have that? Down into bed and fall asleep with a smile on your face. What a day. Make a story for me. You have a beautiful and restful sleep. Wake up. Wake up in the morning with a smile on your face. Look, it's a cell phone. Wait, what? What is it? What is going on? Cell phone? Why do I have a cell phone? It's supposed to be a fantasy? What is going on? See, guys, I told you, this is really weird. This thing is really weird. It often, like, crosses the genres together. Like, I was doing fantasy, and I was getting chased by a zombie horde. I was doing cyberpunk, but I was in a castle. It's really weird. Look at your cell phone to see how much time has passed. 6 a.m. You're grown. Look at the cell phone clock. Great. You say, I missed class again. Wait. 6 a.m. and you missed a class? How early do you have to get up for this class? Jesus Christ. Also, what is happening? What is going on? It was a little bit boring for a while, but now it's just, what is going on? You get out of bed and get ready for the day. You finish up, remember you have a test today. Oh yeah. Say, what should I study for? You memorize the important fact of the test. That'd be boring. Or you'd rather ask Dr. Goosey for help. But she never teaches that test. Only other ones. I should show you the required textbook. You offer. No, Ben says. It'd be a waste of time. How do you know what's on the test? You haven't taken it, Veronica. Wait. Victoria, sorry. Victoria asked. What? See, this is really weird. All of a sudden, this is like, what? We're in the modern world? Is this like Persona, or are we gonna go into a dungeon at some point? I got a test last year that was almost exactly like this one. I studied the textbook and passed with a good grade. What did you get? Turn your book to the page of the answers and begin to read the questions out loud. Name 3 ways in which the modern world of science fiction differs from the works of the 19th century. The 19th century authors feared the power of technology to merge men with machines, later to merge men with themselves. Although the 20th century authors use this as basis for new stories of the fear of technology. What is going on? Well, the 20th century authors will use this as well, to create a new generation of stories about the fear of technology. Name 3 ways in which the modern works of science fiction differ from the works of the 19th century. 3, Victoria says? That's not a hard question. Name 3 ways in which modern works of science fiction differ from the works of the 19th century. It's not a hard question, you say, rolling your eyes. Name 3 ways in which the modern works of science fiction differ from the works of the 19th century. What is going on? I don't even know. I don't know how to even quantify how good the AI is doing. What is going on? What? What? Oh, come on, Ben complains. That's not a real question. Trying to trick people into doing something they don't want to do. Nah, it's a real question. You say. Fine, Dr. Guda says. Theories in which the modern works of science fiction differ from the works of the 19th century. Think for a moment. Just asking the same question over and over again. What is going on? I guess I have to answer it. Guys, we gotta think. What in 3 ways in which the modern works of science fiction differ from the works of the 19th century. Works. Oh god, I haven't taken a test in forever. 19th century. Were more experimental than the works of today. In modern times, we have thousands, if not millions, of different science fiction works that have created a basis of the genre. Back in the 19th century, they had no such basis, and they just worked with anything they could think of. I don't know if that's a good answer, but we're going with it. It's just repeating this. I answered it. I answered it. What is going on? Think for a moment. What is going on? Are we stuck in the Matrix? Three ways. I think I went too general with that first answer. Maybe the writing style of the 19th century differs much. I've taken. Why am I went from trying to slay a dragon in medieval times. I'm taking a freaking test now. What is going on? Writing style 9th century differs much from the modern writing style that we have developed today. What is going on? We have one more. Maybe if we answer one more, give one more way, maybe it'll stop. Freaking taking a test. I didn't study. If we had to study, no. What is going on? Okay. So, guys, we need one more way. The works of science, the modern science fiction refer. Okay. I have one more thing. If it just keeps looping, I don't know what I'll do. I'll do something. Obviously, say. Okay, this is gonna be the last way. 19th century, because the genre was being defined, being made. The only Wait. There was only one class. There's only one type of sci-fi. However, in modern times, we have many different forms of sci-fi, such as cyberpunk and this is such as cyberpunk. Okay, it's just repeating the same thing over and over again. I think we might be done with this one. I think we're just done. Let's just do retry. Where does it set us back to? Though I certainly have a grasp of the questions, Dr. Goes to Go. But the only way I can give you the test is if you take it again and try to get a better score. What is going on, guys? What is happening? But I really want to see the space station now. Can you just give me the answers in the test and let me go? Are we trying to go to a space station? Please, Victoria says. Weirdly sad, shaking her head. Fine, she says. Take the test and I'll let you go. I guess study in the library with Victoria and Ben. In the library with Victoria and Ben. So what do you do now? Ben asks. Find some books to read? Let's some textbooks. Let's start studying. Pick up a few books and start to look for the textbooks. You look for a while, but you couldn't find any. I think they've stopped giving out textbooks altogether, Victoria says. Maybe study notes? Do we have notes? And then a couple of hours writing down notes from your textbook. You find that they're very useful. You should actually be paying attention in class. What is happening? What is going on? What is this? This freaking... I'm going to school. It's giving me school advice. Until you finish. Hey Ben, do you have your notes? Yeah. Can I borrow them for a bit? Yeah, sure. Study Ben's notes. You spend the rest of the day going through Ben's notes. You find them very helpful and you're glad you borrowed them. Look at your watch. It's 6. We should go home, Ben says. They'll be wondering where we are. They'll walk to the train stopping and get on. The ride home is quiet. When you arrive home, your mom tells you all to wash your hands and faces and dinner is ready. Wait, so is it are there 3 of us siblings, or is it just me and Ben? Where's school, boys? Okay. What is going on? Okay, we studied for the test in the library all day. And Ben and Victoria both tell your parents that you were seen at school about the test. Your brother nods as he eats dinner and looks at your twin brother. Okay, Victoria is like sister, maybe? Right? Right? And then Ben is like our twin brother. David? Wait, what? Who's David? Why are so many characters? Where's school, David? So wait. This is like a... So there's me, and David, we're both twins. Apparently it wasn't at the test. It wasn't there studying, and then Ben is her brother and Victoria is like her sister. It's a pretty big family. It's okay, brother replies. Have you been to see Victoria? Wait, is Victoria not our sibling? I'm confused. Is she not? I'm really confused. What is going on? Yeah, she was there when I came home. No, Victoria is... I'm so confused. What is going on? Yeah, she was there when I came home. How did you two get on? Ben and Victoria look at each other and then turn back to your parents. Oh wait, are Ben and Victoria like our friends and then David is a brother? And they're just like over for dinner? I'm so confused. What does this have to do with me slaying a dragon? I mean, I already slayed the dragon apparently. What does that have to do with the other stuff? With the master and the poison and the silk? What the frick? We're okay now. We're going up to our... What? Okay, maybe they are sibling. I am so confused. Who are our siblings? Your mother gives you all a glance and then you turns back to her food. After dinner, you all sit around the TV for a bit and then head to bed. Quickly fall asleep. You wake up at 6 the next morning and quickly get up. You walk into the kitchen where your mother is getting all getting ready for... getting ready. Oh my god. Already getting breakfast ready. You're early. I'm just... I guess... Okay, I guess I'm just nervous for the test. Oh good, your mother smiles. Have a nice day at school. You'll change from your pajamas to your school uniform and grab your bag. Walk down the stairs and into the lawn. Walk towards the woods and meet Victoria. Okay, Victoria is her friend. Maybe. Probably. Who even knows? Okay, our name is Hazel. So... I guess that's something. Even though her name is supposed to be like Targas Bargas II. What is happening? I'm so confused. This is supposed to be a D&D channel. Why are we going to school to take a test? You ready for the test, you ask? Yep. Let's see if we can get perfect scores. That would be nice. Let's go, you say. You walk deep into the woods until you come across a clearing with a large gray table in it. That's where the test is. At the head of the table is a man, in a dark suit with puffy red cheeks. Hello, the man says. Who are you? My apologies. My name is Professor Bartas, and I will be giving you all today's tests. Let's get on with it, Victoria mutters. Yes, hurry up, Ben adds. Yes, let's get on with it, you mutter. Very well, Professor Bartas says. Clearly annoyed by your friend's impatience. Apparently I'm impatient too. I said the exact thing as Ben did. Hey, Bartas, give us a test. Before we begin, I need you all to read and sign the test taker agreement. I'll reach out your hand and grab the agreement. Let's see. Read the agreement. I sign the agreement. I, the undersigned, agree. Take the entrance exam for the Dark Creature program. Okay, story, Dark Creature program. Reading the agreement, you all sign it. Excellent, teacher smiles. This will be on the rules and policies of the program. I'm gonna adjust the mic, so get ready for your ears to explode. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, through the trees, you see what appears to be a large cage holding a creature. The cage has been set up so that the creature cannot escape. What is happening? Oh, this is our test? The bars of the cage are made. Oh, what looks to be pure silver. What? This is happening. I'm so confused. You can easily see the beast within, as if looking directly at you. But looking at it will prove to be very dangerous. We'll now see a video presentation followed by questions. Please pay attention and answers will be given by the Suddenly, the video presentation begins. Presentation begins, but you don't listen. Instead, your attention is caught by the beast within the cage. Look at the video. Apparently, this lethal. It says, with looking at it will prove very dangerous. So, look at video presentation. Video begins to play, showing a large cage with a beast inside. The beast looks vaguely human, although its head is fixed with two horns that curve upwards. Its body is covered with fur and its claws for hands. The creature looks around, staring at the camera with two black horns on its head. Video cuts off. Now, here are some questions and I'll give you a choice of answers. Do you wish to begin? Yes. Begin typing. Your hands are trembling. What's your favorite color? Yellow. What do you like to do in your spare time? I like to draw. Which is your favorite type of cookie? Chocolate chip. Favorite type of cookie? I like all kinds of cookies. They're good. I say chocolate chip. We're playing this for some vacation. I don't have any vacation plans yet. I just say chocolate chip because out loud for no reason. What do you want to do when you grow up? I don't really have a preference between jobs. I think I'd be able to do any job. What is your favorite meal? I don't have one. What is your greatest achievement? Nothing to mention. Next to your greatest failure. Man, this guy sucks. This is not how you're answering. Nothing to mention. What is the one thing you would want on this number? Nothing to mention. Do you have a soul? Yes. What happens when you die? No. I keep saying, do you have a soul? No. What happens when dead? No. Do you believe in afterlife? No. Do you want to go to heaven when you die? Type if it is real. My character doesn't believe in the afterlife, so I'm gonna die. Yes. Do you have a fear of death? No. If you're dying, no. Do you fear death? No. Do you have a sick sense of curiosity? I'm just gonna press enter to see what my character says. Apparently, it doesn't matter what I say. He just says things. Yes. Do you want to see the beast in the cage? Yes. Do you want to take the risk to see the beast in the cage? Yes. You have sudden pain in your chest. Pain is immense, and it feels like a burning, a flame has been set against your lungs. As the pain fades, you notice that you're on the floor of a cage, looking up at the creature in shock.